Hi Christopher, this is Dr. Wheeler. I just wanted to go over your writing assignment number 3 over partly cloudy. I went ahead and corrected it first, so I'm just going to quickly go through the adjustments. You need to change the title here. Cloud needs to be capitalized. There needs to be a comma here before your quote. The quote, and you might need to look this up under the Purdue OWL. If this quote is truly worded like this, it is a run-on sentence, and it needs to have a semicolon after the word different. So I don't know exactly how the quote was written or if this is the way that you type the quote out, so you need to check that quote. In the Pixar short film Partly Cloudy is the title of the film, so it needs to be capitalized and you need to put it in italics. In the Pixar short film Partly Cloudy, there is a group of pink clouds that produce creatures that bring joy and happiness. There is also a dark cloud which produces creatures more frightening, and they are different from the rest. This next sentence is a sentence fragment. You can't just say, which are given to storks, which deliver the creature to different families. You need to reword this and start out with, the creatures are given to storks, which deliver the creatures, deliver creatures. Remember your subject-verb agreement. You wouldn't say deliver creature, deliver creatures. So you need to add an S to the end of that. Although most people would rather be a pink cloud because it produces cute, again, creatures. Again, that's another sentence fragment. You put a period right there. You need a comma in order for it to be correct. Although most people would rather be a pink cloud because it produces cute creatures, I would rather be the dark cloud because it creates different beautiful creatures. It sees things in a different way, and it brings happiness to different creatures. And you said it brings happiness. Remember, subject-verb agreement. You need to go through. I found it 100 times through here. To begin with, I would choose to be the dark cloud because he creates beautiful creatures. Remember to restate what your paper is about. You're choosing which cloud you want to be. You can't just say to begin with, the dark cloud creates beautiful creatures. That's the reason you chose to be the dark cloud. So to begin with, I would choose to be the dark cloud because he creates beautiful creatures. You made it again here, subject-verb agreement. You need to add a comma here. Here is another sentence fragment, which is my favorite animal in the whole wide world. That's not a sentence. You need to get rid of which and change it to, this is my favorite animal in the whole world. And then talking about the crocodile has nothing to do with your sentence. Okay, the part about the crocodile weighing 2,600 pounds, that has nothing to do with why you want to be the dark cloud. Remember what the purpose of this whole paragraph is that he creates beautiful creatures. So every sentence that you discuss in this paragraph needs to be creating beautiful creatures. This reads more like something you're writing for biology, talking about crocodiles. In addition, comma, I would want to be the dark cloud because he sees things differently. And I made a few notes under this one. This last phrase is the same as the one before it, so you need to change it. Read it again and change that last phrase. Finally, I would want to be the dark cloud because he brings happiness to different types of animals. And then I ask you this sentence that is highlighted. Read it. It didn't make any sense to me, so read it and reword it. And I made a few more corrections. Again, this fact about the shark and baby eggs, that has nothing to do about him bringing happiness to different types of animals. You need to delete that and add another one. And the very last paragraph, the dark cloud stood out to me due to all of the different creatures he created. I found them awesome, blah, blah, blah. This has got nothing to do with it, this last sentence, but you did need to restate your thesis. I know that looks like a lot of corrections, but once you start making them, it's really not a lot of corrections. And I would love to see you make these corrections and turn them back in. You should have ultimately read through this first and corrected these on your own, because I'm just afraid with everything that I found, I want to make sure you can find these on your own before you get to 1101. And I also would like for you to email me about your job, because you've missed the past, I think, 3 classes, and I'm going to have to ask my dean about it. If your work schedule has changed to where you can't come to class anymore, I'm not so sure that they wouldn't ask you to repeat the class again, because we have, you will miss the whole month of April unless you come back to class. And I just don't know if we can do that. If you miss more than 5 classes, you have to get permission from the dean to get back in, and you've already missed either 3 or 4 in a row. So you really need to talk to me about your work situation. Thanks.